Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We have a lot more house updates to share with you guys today. The house is almost done. We're closing in a few short weeks. So now all the finishing touches are going in. The tiles are finished grouting. The countertops are in. Cabinetry is all installed. The house is basically complete. We'll be closing on the home in just a few short weeks when I'm filming this, which is very exciting, and we're definitely looking forward to that. I have window covering samples to share with you guys on what we're envisioning for the living room and the rest of the house. We've got tile samples for the backsplashes. We also got our cabinet hardware in. So I'll show you guys what we're planning on installing in the house, and then we have a few little house updates here and there that I will insert into this video so you guys can follow along on the progress of the build. And since we're closing really soon, probably the next vlogs will be moving vlogs, and then I'll do a big empty house tour reveal or show you guys the space in its entirety and walk you through everything. So make sure you're subscribed to see that. So moving forward, let's just get started with the home update video. I'll put in the clips now, and I hope you guys enjoy. Here's how the house was about 2.5 months till closing. You can see the oak stairs are now installed, but it still needs to be stained. All the walls have been painted, and all the baseboards and trims are installed. All the interior doors are hung, and the kitchen cabinets are installed as well, but they're just waiting for the countertop to be brought in. The builder installed that middle stair post where the railing ends, but we asked for them to cut it shorter so that it matched the height of the post on the left because we thought it looked a bit weird being so tall. We also noticed that they installed the island outlet on the wrong side, so we asked them to correct that and switch it to the opposite side because we wanted it closest to the sliding doors so that it's hidden when you walk into the kitchen. And so we asked them to do that before they installed the countertops and finished all that up. That exposed vent tube there is for our future range chimney hood that we're going to install ourselves after we do the backsplash install. Moving a bit further along, the builder is now laying all the tile work. Those little purple things in between the tiles are the spacers, so they're all even when they go to lay the grout. We did notice that they laid the tiles out in the wrong pattern though. We paid to have the floor tile laid in a 70-30 brick pattern, so we flagged that to the builder and let them know to fix that. The ensuite cabinets are installed, and they also installed the vanity lighting, which we're definitely going to swap out for another fixture after we move in. If you haven't watched my video where we chose all the finishes at the design center, go check that one out. We explained how we're going to take the builder basic plumbing and light fixtures and then upgrade them after we take possession of the property because it's a little bit more cost effective. Here we're just over a month out from closing. All the door handles and hardware is installed, closet doors are hung, and all those little items like electrical faceplate covers are all installed. The laminate flooring have been installed for a while now, but they lay cardboard over top to protect it while they're still working around the house. So we are visiting our house. We have about 3 weeks till we move in. Looks like they've done all the finishing touches, put the glazing stain on the stairs. It's looking like they've finished ahead of schedule. Closing day is remaining as it is, so it's really exciting. You can see the inside there. Looks like they've got the stairs taped off because they're doing a glazing stain. They're waiting for it to dry. Looks like they've poured the apron now for our little makeshift driveway. There's our brick. Our cabinet hardware has arrived. We're going to be using these black pulls for the kitchen cabinets, and then these ones are going to be for the ensuite bathroom. I'm going to do gold accents. I picked up some mirrors from Structube in a brushed gold finish. Both these hardwares I picked up from Amazon in multi-pack. I think though that this one, like if you look at it closely, from the same manufacturer, but this one's a little bit thicker. I'm going to return these ones and get a little bit thicker ones. And I'm also thinking maybe having these 12-inch pulls is a little too overwhelming for some of the smaller cabinets, so I think these would be good for the drawer fronts. Maybe for some of the vertical handles on the smaller cabinets, we'll do maybe like 7-inch handles, so maybe like take it down to about that much. For reference, this is our kitchen countertop that we're going to be installing. Here's the shade number if any of you guys are wondering what we're going to be installing, and this is the kitchen backsplash tile that we're going to be installing as well. It comes in a big sheet, but they're able to just provide me with a little sample so I can make sure that that's exactly what we wanted in our space. We also got some window covering samples in. We wanted to do blackout shades in the master bedroom. These fabrics, you can add blackout or privacy liners behind them, so even though this one is not quite blackout, you can add extra extra fabric behind from Select Blinds, and they'll make it blackout or just more of a privacy filter. This one is 3%. I also have a 1% value. The higher percentage you have, the more light it lets in. I think we'll go with that for perhaps my bathroom or somewhere else in the space, but those are just pure white, simple roller shades. I got in some woven wood. Here, I'll move these samples over. Got in some woven wood samples from Select Blinds, and I'm excited about these because I thought I would install them in our living room. With Select Blinds, it's really nice because they send you free samples so you can actually see what it looks like before you order it. So I'm thinking of using like a woven wood Roman shade in our living room just to warm up the space a little bit, and I really like the way that it looks, and I think it'll help tie into the sort of vibe I'm going for in the rest of the house with a lot of like rattan fixtures and chairs. We really like this one the most. I think it's our top contender. It's really neutral, still warms up the space, fits in with the sort of light and bright and white aesthetic we have for the home, and especially the kitchen because it's on the same floor, so I think it'll help tie it in really nicely. So we'll be taking our final measurements once we get into the home just to make sure that all the measurements are perfect because we have to do it ourselves, and then we'll place the order, and hopefully in a few weeks time we'll be able to have a actual physical window covering to show you guys what it looks like in the space. Look at the pendant light. I'm going to put the camera down so I can lift out the pendant light because it looks like it's going to be kind of heavy. Ooh. I'll show you guys a better look at them now that we're in a bit more better lighting outside. They're a lot bigger than I was expecting, but I really like them. The only thing is that online, this part was more of just like a pure wood, light wash wood, and this is painted, but I knew it was gonna come like this because a lot of the photos that they had on Wayfair showed it like this. But I had a strong feeling that it would come like that, so I was fine either way. We ordered 3 of the pendant lights. I've always been the one to want to put 3 pendants over a kitchen island. I just have not caught on to the 2 pendants over kitchen island thing. Like I get it, and I love like the look of the big accent pendant. It's just like visually I like it being symmetrical where it has like the evenness of having like the rule of thirds, you know. So we'll see what works out. I just would prefer 3, but if our island's not big enough, we'll make it work. So I ordered 3 just in case. We'll see what works. We'll see if our island is big enough to have 3. We just paid for a single outlet above the island so that we'd be able to splice the electrical after we move in. It's a lot easier to do that than to have to like reroute the electrical to that location in the ceiling. And this way with the builder, they gave us the little toggle switch under the under cabinet backsplash area, you know? So there's a separate switch to operate the pendant lights, which is always nice so that you're not splicing into the general lighting because then everything would be on the same switch. So we paid for a single capped electrical box above our island, centered on the island, and the plan was to splice it. We'll see what we end up doing. We'll just definitely have to put it into 2, maybe 3. Here's a little up close look at it, a little bit better. Here it looks a bit weird because you're looking at it from above, but you gotta imagine that you'll be looking at it from below. What is my hair doing today? I was just on the hunt for something a bit more unique, not your traditional standard pendant, and pendant lighting can get really expensive. I was trying to find something that really reflected my personal style for a home and was in budget. They definitely range in price depending what you're gonna get and where you're gonna get it from. If you guys are interested in checking out the pendant light, I will put them in the link below. Now we just have to wait to see them installed, which is the exciting part. And I don't know if that'll go really well because unfortunately my boyfriend has a bad reputation with not being very good at electrical work, so we'll see how that goes.